Everyone, Corrie here coming in to do my monthly channel messages. This one is going to be for Scorpio. And so for Scorpio this month, this is for March 2022. Please remember, this doesn't replace any medical psychological advice that you've been given. This is to be taken as entertainment only. And I just heard the big word asshole just as I was coming in. And so asshole, like whether you're being an asshole or somebody else is being an asshole, stop being an asshole or stop letting assholes into your life, whatever that may be. But okay, it's like a done time now. Are you done with this bullshit? That's what it feels like for me. It's like there is a pause, a reflect that needs to take place that says, you know, maybe, hold on, your card just fell to the floor. See? So this card just fell to the floor. And this is bringing in some real earthly energies to me. I feel like this is coming all the way from the core of the earth. I feel like you're very material world connected, very connected in what somebody else thinks of you, or if somebody else being around you in your world, in your life, kind of decides your happiness, whether it's finances, whether it's people, whatever it is, always deciding your happiness for you. And so this is negative manifesting into real challenges, fear surrounding money, reach out to others for assistance, poor timing for becoming self-employed. If some people are considering going into self-employment, wait until at least the end of April. Don't do it right away. There is a lot of universal energy out there right now that's just like real heavy, dense, and really, truly, really got this static energy in the finances that we're being told to pay attention to. We also have these beautiful daffodilly flowers coming up right here. And daffodils to me represent the spring, but it also represents that also like breast cancer month. I remember buying breast cancer, you know, flowers, daffodils for breast cancer awareness. And so, you know, the things that when our negative thoughts have such a power over us is that it's hard for us to have a sense of faith in a good positive outcome. And so we're just being told that we have this energy of, you know, the angels and guides are healing us. They're with us. You're being very earthly, you're being very earthly connected, and you're not looking from the higher self. You're letting emotions run the show. You're very in your human physical body, your mental body, not in spiritual body at all. It's almost like for a lot of my Scorpios, you've lost full connection with your spiritual body. It's like, where did you go? What happened? It's like you forget. You're living very one-dimensional, very one-dimensional. But there is always hope. There's always faith. And I mean, being in that pentacle, it's like the conflicts that you have are the ones with your thoughts and your minds, or you're letting the words and thoughts of somebody else have such power over you. That brings us into the King of Earth. And that also brings in for me what I'm, animal dishes behind us. And there's the cat. She likes to be with her mama. I'm sorry. And that's not a bed. Well, it's a bed, day bed, but it's my writing spot. Hold on. See, she just got to get in here. So anyway, back to your session. There's a lot of angelic love. There's a lot of love that's out there for you. You're not depleted. You're not hard done by. You don't have a lack of. You tell yourself a lot of stories of these negative thoughts. These negative energies have had such a power control. I feel like this past year, 2 years have been a real challenge for a lot of my Scorpios. And so you're just being told that this sense of, you know, it's in reverse. So that sense of not having compassion, or there is a lack of compassion either from yourself, for yourself, from even those around you. You might even be a bit of an asshole to the people around you. It's like you're so caught up in your own story sometimes that you don't realize other people are also struggling. Pay attention to that, because it's hard for people to help you when that's what you're doing. Other thing to pay attention to, if somebody else is doing that for you, you're under the control of some sort of manipulation, and there is a lack of compassion. They're there for convenience only. And so there is the sense of just knowing that if you turn your thoughts around and you turn around and look into the light and look into the faith, there's actually a lot more finance coming in, or there is a lot more prosperity in your life, because most of my Scorpios have like a horseshoe up here. It's like luck is mostly on your side, even when you keep telling yourself it's not. If you look at your life in general, for the most part, most of your life, things tend to work out in your favor, because you're a freaking Scorpio. Like Scorpios can survive anything. And so you tell yourself those stories because you only like to be made comfortable. And so when you're not comfortable, it's like, So there's a lot of goodness, a lot of greatness in you. And that lot of greatness in you is saying there's a lot for you to celebrate. So there is some sort of celebration. I feel like you have to find the people that make you feel like you are alive. And it is time to start stepping into feeling alive. Stop complaining, start evolving. And, complaint, sitting in your problems never brings solutions. And if you complain about the same thing, or you keep repeating the same thing, what they say, it's like insanity, right? Keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. It's a level of like that insanity. It's like and I don't mean this to be, in our mental self, but it's like, you already know you've had all the red flags, you've had all the warnings, you've had everything, and everything turns out the same way. You have to be willing to make the change. You got to be willing to do something different than you've done it before. And so when you make the change and you turn this around, you start stepping back into the sunshine, because Scorpios need to be in the sun, not in the dark, even though you do well in the dark too. But you also have those emotions that are riding the show, and emotions lie to us. Emotions lie. And so when you're making decisions from emotions, you're often making them from a place of you're believing your own emotions as your truth. And it doesn't mean it's always true. And then we move over into our celebration. And this is, here we are. It's the 3. And so with this beautiful 3 coming in here, is that, we got this 3 of Cups. We got this beautiful power of, powering up our emotions, feeling charged up, having something to celebrate. The world cannot make you happy. No matter what you get, you'll find something else to complain about if you do not learn how to become happy within yourself. And with that then comes in the joy and the celebration, and it aligns you to like-minded people, and not the same like-minded people you may have been following suit to. And so I just feel like you're coming together. You're something to celebrate. There's going to be, you may be pregnant yourself, or you may be giving birth to something new. You may be having a new child come into your life in some way, or you're going to celebrate, some special occasion with people that are in your lives. But I also feel like there's a new relationship or an engagement, or somebody's moving in together or coming together. All of those things. So there's so many scenarios that are at work, so many things that are playing out for you. This is the month where you got to have a really hard look on what it is that keeps you addicted to the suffering and staying in those misery stories somehow, because it's trickling in, and it's not for every single Scorpio. You're not all there. It is just the energy that has such a power right now to say your emotions are running the show, and you have a lot of thoughts that kind of are feeding and fueling the stories, the outcome, and the direction in which you're looking. So turn it around, make the change, and do what you need to do to step into a more joyous life for you. Even if it is hard, even if it's difficult, it is going to be the right thing to do, because you're doing right by you. Much love. Have a beautiful month. Bye-bye.